Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Captain Rye, and today's YouTube video is going to feature me. And keeping in theme with this week's videos, this is going to be another Kraken game. The matchup is on the north map. This is personally one of my favorite maps. I don't know why, I just think it looks the best out of all of them. And I'm playing in my Kutuzov. Now, what's interesting is that I bought this ship when it first came out, and I haven't really played it since. I think I have something like 15 total battles in this ship, in spite of owning it for a year. Almost a year. So needless to say, I don't get out and play this ship very often, and I really don't know much of what its strengths are, aside from what I've played against. So as the battle gets started here, I managed to secure a first blood by obliterating a destroyer that tried to challenge us at B. And thanks to friendly destroyer laying a smokescreen that I could go hide behind, I was pretty much immune to any of the incoming fire from the ships that are back behind there. Now I popped my own smokescreen because there are spotter planes up, and I do know that unless I'm in a smokescreen, the spotter planes will see me. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to sit in my smokescreen here, and I'm going to kind of let my high explosive do its job. Now, I've chosen to use high explosive over the armor piercing when dealing with these ships, mostly just because I want to set them on fire, because fire damage with Russian cruisers always seems to be particularly good. You're probably wondering what I fired torpedoes at. If you saw the minimap there briefly, there was an enemy destroyer who was sitting right in between those two islands, right next to B. And I'm kind of hoping that guy decided that he wanted to push forward and would sail right into my torpedoes. Getting more shots out here, as you can see though, these cruisers are broadside on, and having not played this ship as much as my other ships, I really don't know what its capabilities are with armor piercing and at certain ranges, and I'm not really in the mood to try it. Enemy team has managed to destroy one of our ships. Little unfortunate for that guy, but we're still overall in a leading situation as we are in the process of capping B. Enemy New Orleans up here, tier 8 cruiser. He has radar, so removing him from the game would be good. I switch over to armor piercing because I think this guy's close enough, and he's trying to give me broadside, that I might be able to secure some citadels and really take him out of the game with some big hits. There's a couple of hits, a lot of ricochets though, unfortunately, and before I can get a second salvo off it, his nice flat broadside, he dies. Still with the armor piercing loaded, this Atago is giving me a flat broadside, and I decide that I'm going to go ahead and keep the armor piercing up, maybe see how well it does as far as hitting things at distance, and sure enough, it does an excellent job. I should be using armor piercing more often. The advantage with my Kutuzov is that the commander that I have on it, I actually have the ammunition swapping skill. So if I see a nice flat broadside cruiser to shoot at, and I have high explosive loaded, it only takes 3.5 seconds to switch over. A lot faster than firing off a salvo and reloading. Though, with the reload at something like 7.5 seconds, it's not like it matters all that much anyway. Take out that enemy Atago for my second kill, and I've already done about 50,000 damage, which is not bad. More ships coming around the corner here, setting more fires. More fires, more blood for the blood god. And a third kill in a very short period of time. That is something that I like to see. Now I'm going to, unfortunately, run into this friendly Gneisenau, but it's just a little paint swap, it's fine. Managed to set yet another fire. That's one thing that I absolutely love about playing the Kutuzov. On top of having reasonable concealment, and if I was actually using a standard camo, or the premium camo that it comes with, rather than the New Year's free XP camo, I could stealth fire. Because that camo gives that reduction just enough, sit at long range, and just spam high explosive. But I like the Kutuzov because it's got a fairly good chance for fire and a fairly fast reload. In fact, the Kutuzov is only the second, or no, it's the third ship that I've ever received a Witherer in. In fact, that was my third Witherer medal in this ship. And if you guys want to see that replay, all you gotta do is go to my Patreon, which you can find the link for that in the description below, and be a supporter at any amount, and you can get that replay and those screenshots and see that battle. That battle will probably not end up on my YouTube channel, because other than getting the Witherer, not as entertaining as something like this. Taking shots out there at that battleship at range, because I want to try and set him on fire while he's trying to run away. At this point, the enemy team is trying to cap C. They are contesting us at D, and they are really not doing much else. We're currently up on ships, but that's the only thing that is kind of preventing the enemy team. It's only one ship that we're up by. No, now we're up by 2 ships. So, I mean, really, if the enemy team turned around and started pushing hard, it could possibly cause us some problems. Now, there is an enemy destroyer who is currently in the process of capping B. And this could be a bit of a problem. The enemy team has finally secured the C cap point. They're no longer contesting us at the D cap point. But the fact that they're taking B means that there's a possibility that they could push and turn around. I pop my hydro consumable because I don't know where this destroyer is located. The destroyer is somewhere in the B cap point, and I want to make sure that he's not going to suddenly appear at point-blank range around this island. That would be absolutely disastrous in any ship, but especially a cruiser that doesn't have a heal ability, because all he's got to do is come around that corner and drop a bunch of torpedoes. So I'm going to go ahead and push up with my hydro active, and I've got well over a minute to do this. I've also got a friendly destroyer who's pushing up into the B cap point and is going to also try and flush this guy out. Now, as I come around the island, I'm spotted, so I know he's within my detectability range right now, but I don't know where he is. He's not in his smoke screen. Based on the torpedoes, it looks like he's back over there behind that island. And sure enough, as I get shots out, I do manage to hit him before he gets behind the safety of that island. And he looked like he was full strength, too. Fire more shots off there, kind of trying to give him a little bit of lead. With any luck, I'll get him. Nope, he stayed behind that island just long enough. And of course, now I'm dealing with a Cyclone. I don't know if it's just me, but lately, since patch 6.1, nearly half of all of the high-tier games I've been in, on half of the maps, have had Cyclones. Seriously, it's crazy. This is not the only Cyclone I've had. 10 matches in one day, 5 Cyclones. I don't know if Wargaming accidentally increased the probability of that. Now I'm taking the B cap point yet again, but I am being shot at, so I get reset there. That is actually coming from the enemy destroyer, who has turned around, but I also have an enemy cruiser pushing up, and he is going to try and defend. Unfortunately for me, my hydro consumable is no longer active, so I don't have that, and I've used up the last of my smoke to try and stay concealed here in this cap, so I can get it. Somehow, someway, I actually managed to hit that cruiser with a torpedo. He immediately repairs the flooding, because that's something that you have to do if you're in a cruiser. You can't let yourself flood. It's not like a battleship where you've got the HP pool. And now he's being spotted by a friendly ship. Good for me. Fire armor piercing. He's bow on. Those all bounce. So switch back over to the high explosive, and I'm going to try and burn this guy to death. There's my base cap. almost up, and oh my gosh, he's giving me perfect broadside. Doesn't matter, finish him off with high explosive anyway. And there is yet another kill. This is good. This is 4 kills, and I'm looking for a 5th. The question is, can I get it? Of course, you already know the answer because this is Kraken week. But the question is, which ship is it going to be? The destroyer's almost dead. No, I don't quite secure the kill on that destroyer. A little bit disappointed there. Enemy team still holds the C cap point. They're in the process of capping D now. Most of my team is back over by A and B. So I'm going to back up, get my ship turned around, and start heading towards the C cap point. I fire off a random speculative shot of torpedoes here, mostly just to make sure that there's not something coming blindly this direction in the Cyclone. Again, due to the Cyclone, detectability is 8 kilometers, which is actually the exact range of the Kutuzov's torpedoes. So, due to that kind of ranging, if you're sailing towards me and I fire off torpedoes, there's a probability you might accidentally sail into them, which is always good. I'm still on 4 kills. I have a Confederate to go with my first blood. I've done 90,000+ damage in this battle, but that is not enough. There are still 3 enemy ships left, which means I have to be careful because they're all battleships. Nearly bump friendly battleship there, the Colorado. He's not happy that he was forced to slow down, because of course the Colorado is a very slow boat and takes forever to slow down and speed back up. Hey man, if you're watching this, I apologize. You didn't have to stop for me. You could just run into me. That would be perfectly fine. As long as I didn't end up beached, I think I'd be okay. There is one of the enemy battleships, and now I am closing in. Friendly destroyer slams on his brakes. I think he was going to try and do smokescreen, but I decide I'm not in a position to get to that smokescreen, so screw it. I'm going to go in, guns a-blazing, and burn this guy down. And so far, I'm not actually having any luck setting him on fire. Of course, I am close enough that he is detecting me, there's no question there. Surprisingly, though, he's not shooting at me, which I don't quite understand, but you know what? I've seen this more and more. A lot of battleships tend not to shoot at the easy-to-kill targets. They shoot at the hardened, high-damage targets because they want the damage over the kill. Other enemy battleship pops up. This time it's the Fuso, and this could be a problem for me. Now I get torpedoes off at that battleship over there. He's inside my torpedo range. I might hit him. I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's going to turn away, so I short those torpedoes rather than long them. I'm keeping this ship fairly angled to the Fuso because the Bayern's maneuvering and the turret traverse on it is slow enough that I might be able to maneuver his shots. Surprisingly enough, though, the Fuso's not firing at me. He's shooting at the battleship behind me. Almost managed to kill that Bayern. Come on, can I secure it? Let's do it. Yes. Kraken unleashed. And now I've got a full-strength Fuso. There is the enemy Sharnhorst, and he's being attacked. Fire off torpedoes at him. With any luck, maybe he'll sail into those. In the meantime, I'm just going to stay on the stern of this Fuso. Screw capping C. There's only 2 ships left, and we're way up on points. But the enemy team did pull back by killing at least one other ship. However, something I've noticed, and I don't know if you've noticed, I'm actually bouncing shots off of the bow of this ship. Those 14 and 15-inch guns are just bouncing right off. There is my high caliber and yet another fire, and I'm just chasing this poor Fuso down, firing the whole time. Cyclone has finally lit up, and spotting will return to normal. But I don't think it's going to matter, looking at the amount of time left and looking at how many ships there are. It kind of looks like we're just going to go ahead and finish off this battle before that visibility fully returns. I am on fire, I'm burning, but I don't have a repair ability. It's fine. Repair will come up here shortly, and of course I'm still taking shots in from that Fuso. Enemy Scharnhorst is dead, and it's just the Fuso left. The question is, how much more damage can I do? And can, like last battle, I get 6 kills? Even more fires. I'm just letting this guy burn. And I'm nearly ready to fire torpedoes again. Almost up. Yes, there they are. How's he going to turn? It looks like he's turning towards me. Get to the other side. He shoots me, doesn't citadel me, fortunately, and he gets taken out by a friendly ship. I don't secure the kill. A little disappointed, but 143,000 damage, 5 kills. Kraken Unleashed, high caliber, Confederate, and First Blood. Kutuzov, why don't I play you more often again? I can't remember. Overall, a fantastic battle, and fantastic week for Kraken Unleashed. Top of the team for XP earn, of course, over 2,000 base XP. Again, a fantastic game. Anyway, folks, that's it for today's video. If you like that video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, you can do so by liking and following me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me and my channel and get access to some of these replays and screenshots early, and see the games that are upcoming or just not quite good enough to make YouTube cut, you can do so by visiting and donating any amount to my Patreon page. If you've got a replay like this one that you'd like to have me feature on my channel, you can do so by sending it to my email. And if you'd like to watch me play World of Warships live, you can follow me on Twitch. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.